So what does it feel like to you?
So once it comes back, it's like a no hinge, no release. It's almost like you use your body to hit the shot. Yes. Like that. So that was still a little scoopy at the bottom though.
Yeah, it feels scoopy. It doesn't feel...
It's like no hinge going back though. There it is.
Yeah.
Better.
It did feel better.
Yep. I want to finish handle and head low. All right. There it is. You'll see you start knocking that height down.
Yeah.
The lower you finish. Because like if you finish handle up, ball's going up.
Handle
right?
up meaning like
that? Like meaning like handle raised up in here.
That's how it feels like I'm hitting them.
Right? I want you to feel like it's more rounded. Like everything collects post impact. There it is. Yeah, man.
It does bring that flight down.
Yes, it does. Mm-hmm.
How would I hit it lower?
Move the ball back a little, open up your body. Same shot.
If you had to swing left with it?
Swing low and left. Like rounded left.
See, that always happens when I try and flight it like that.
That's okay. It's because you're still handsy though, alright? So I mean that's just, it's gonna take a little time to get that out of there.
Is it gonna feel like the face is open?
Yes. It's like when you feel it hit, I want you to feel like it holds and everything moves together. From there, yeah, there. Okay, that was 47.
You see how like the path is all, all of them are pulling left, but the face is closing with the path.
Yeah. Feel like the club head goes back more inside when you're open with your stance. Yep. Feel like you suck it in going back. Remember, it's just optical illusion at that point, right? So if I'm here and handle goes back, right? As soon as I open my stance, you see it has to feel like it comes more inside, actually, to go down the line. The more closed you are to it,
so it's gonna feel like.
You see what I'm saying? I need you to feel like it's coming more this way, way in, yeah. Because we want it to feel like a dead hands through impact, like the face doesn't move through impact. Because the more you take your path like you normally would out here, it's gonna go that way. With a little wedge shot like that.
So right now, I'm taking it too far.
Too far out when your body's open.
Just
think this way. If you're open, you need to feel like you go around your body inside.
How come Trevino says that the best wedge players between him and Stricker, both of them lift?
Well,
there's a lift. It's not.
It's
really,
their transition is different too, though.
Is it?
Big time different. They both loop. They both loop hard.
Stricker loops.
Stricker still loops, yeah. Not like Furyk loop, but he's a true no hinge dead hands wedge player.
The ones that I was getting
like just straight. Stricker is more like the right, and then as he rotates in, you say it shallows,
and that's how I.
So it's a mini loop.
Center out more too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sergio is the most
Stricker goes out with like he feels like the toe just kind of lifts up a little bit. That's what he said.
And then Sergio, he's got real like late release.
Yeah.
I mean, he's real go up on his body. It matches up.
It's definitely easier.
But at one point, Sergio was like number one in the world at 30 yards. And then Stricker was number one in the world at 40, and they have both totally different releases.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's interesting. Is it in there?
Yeah.
So that's good too. We got 50 club head speed, 48 carry. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do in my club wedge.
Your
too,
club
is
head
match them.
speed and carry should be similar.
Pretty-
Let's put it that way. The faster you go at it with a 60, the further it's gonna go.
Yeah, like I'm good with those all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to hit cuts.
No.
Whatever I bench.
No.
I'm just, but it's interesting that I can do that all day, but as soon as you tell me, okay, now cut one, I like almost lose the feeling entirely.
You can't really cut a 60.
Why?
Like, not super easy, bud. It actually will be more directional. It won't be curve.
It's more of a push.
Yeah. It's harder to curve loft. Unless you're Bubba Watson.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
I
only
should
one that
have
can.
said this to you.
And that's just timing, dude. Like, hand speed timing is just gotta be impeccable to do that.
Either way, like whatever these are, where it's just like dead hand, little draw, 50 yards,
Mm-hmm.
it is definitely feels like the right. Again, 52 speed, 51 carry.
Mm-hmm.
Is 38 spin enough?
No. Not at all. No.
So how much?
Remember, this is the K grind.
Okay. What
That's
is it?
too much balance. We talked about this.
Yeah.
The M grind.
You think we need a
to go
60,
to.
a
Yeah.
60M as well?
Yes. Instead of the K.
Probably.
Like English bulldog. It's like,
I'm just laughing at you
Yeah,
guys
well,
are
that's
in
what
there
it
saying
was.
it's totally true. Like, you're probably
That's
right.
nice.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but the picture.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about,
That's tech from the year.
It was back in the day.
Sounds like it. Tea.
But they don't have milkshakes.
You
Yes,
I threw up last night.
You were drinking.
I only had one drink. I think it was the milkshake.
So do you feel like you're missing a part of yourself?
No.
Wouldn't they take your gallbladder?
Yeah.
What does that do? Does it produce bile or is it store bile?
It produces, but so it gets rid of the toxins in your liver and stuff,
Right.
but it's a non-necessary component in your body.
Kind of like
so
the appendix.
you can live without it, right? And that's the thing. But he said when he took it out, it felt like a hacky sack. It was full of stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was full of stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Really?
freaky.
Thank God. But he
He
didn't,
didn't show it to me. I didn't want to touch it.
I would have asked for it in a jar.
Hell to the no.
You wouldn't put that in
Nope,
your.
nope,
Yeah.
Nope. I'll pass.
That's the clear move.
Nope. No, thank you.
Little pickled gallbladder.
Oh, dude, that's so gross.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah. There.
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel like I can leave the handle
Uh-huh.
for whatever reason. Yeah.
You see, that's so much better.
They're so much better.
Yeah.
You see that?
Isn't that crazy?
You can hear
It is great. It's just from just changing.
The
Essentially,
soul.
will you
Just change
explain
the
that
soul.
to us again?
So if we get
Explain that.
a soul, because his soul, if you look at both of these clubs, okay, that's not worse or something. Well, I don't know what the hell we do with it.
My 60? Who knows?
I wanted to show. Oh, here it is. Okay, so when we look at that, the sole is about the same width on both, right?
Okay.
But this number. Oh, you actually have the low bounce.
bounce, okay.
So I thought it was the higher bounce kit.
Ah.
But it's still wide sole.
Yeah.
Right. It's acting like it has more bounce than it needs.
Right.
Right. I gave you one with a little more bounce actually, but the bounce is closer to the face, right? Which gets out of its divot a little quicker than this one will. This one will make it slide up the face because of the back edge. Right? Because it's banking on the back edge of the bounce.
In the ground or bounce off
It gets out of the ground, but it's
Yeah,
actually,
makes sense.
it's not sending the ball out, it's sending it up. So it's acting like it has too much bounce,
Got you.
right? Whereas this is a little more bounce, right? But you can see the grind on it. So toe and heel relief, back edge relief compared to this, which is actually making it send it lower
Got you.
coming out of it.
Cool.
right?
That makes sense.
It feels different. Yeah, it should. Should feel totally different.
And I feel like it sits on the ground, like closer to the ground.
It should. Because I got one more head I want to try. I want to do the T grind. So that has basically like a little bit less bounce than yours. So if you have too little bounce or too much bounce, it produces the same number. Too high of launch. That's what I see at least. So easy to just flight that
I
down.
really feel like I can. I feel like
So easy.
Every one of them.
Yep. Now let me see it. Let me put this T grind on it. So even closer to the face.
Yeah.
Right? Same
you gonna see
width. Same width, just even closer to the face. So this, in theory, right, could launch lower than this, but I bet it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because there's not enough bounce.
Not enough. And I feel like that's not enough.
Which is
bounce
going to
in
make you hit it
Florida.
high in the face. So it slides up the face. Right? In Florida, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not around
'Cause it's
Bermuda
really wide,
courses,
so you
man.
want
Because
more
it's
bounce.
because this grass Bermuda is real wiry, so it grows horizontally, right? And it ever so often it has a sprout that comes up, but it can grow in multiple directions. So it can grab your club and it can't get through it. So you need something that can cut through the turf and bounce off it properly. It's like up
But
north
too
where
little
it's actually-
bounce and it'll cut
It'll
too much.
dig.
It's
It'll
like it
dig.
digs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
That's what it'll do.
balance.
Correct. So there's that fine line you need bounce versus not. But most good players can learn how to use the bounce with little bounce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of those good players are not playing only in Florida. Right? Multiple conditions. of
How
turf.
much bounce does a 5-iron have when you open it wide up?
Dude, that's a good question. I don't know that answer. Because
That'll
they
be a
all
video.
change.
You can make that
It all
video this summer.
changes, right? So bounce will also change.
Like that.
Bounce will also change if you change loft. Like if I bend that weaker,
Yeah.
it changes the bounce, 1-to-1 ratio.
You bend this
On it.
the loft.
If I bend
weaker.
it strong, it takes bounce off too, right? Or adds bounce. So it takes it off if you go strong, adds it if you go weak. It's 1-to-1 ratio.
Oh, that makes sense because you actually see PGA Tour players that will have like a 56. It's bent to 55 or 54
Yes.
because that gets them what they need.
Yep, exactly. All right, here you go, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. This wedge looks more like a Cleveland wedge.
Does
Does that
it?
make sense? Yeah. It just looks bigger.
You feel that kind of slide up the face a little?
100%. I literally do.
Mhm.
It's so fun. How quick is impact? It's like 0.002 seconds or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something
The amount of
crazy.
time you can still feel it. Like,
Yeah, something crazy.
You really can.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Nope. See that kind of diggy?
Yeah.
Too? Yeah, no.
It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Little tweaks.
Is it?
You like the second one the best?
Hands down, it was like a completely
Looks
different.
like it was the easiest for you to swing.
What?
Now let's hit the S just so we have a good comparison though.
Yeah.
So this would be a similar profile to yours, but narrower sole.
See, and that's
right?
what was confusing is I thought the S was engineered for stricker. Is it?
No.
Sure.
Pretty damn sure.
What's the S stand for? Because like the M was for Mickelson, like I
Well,
think
that's
so.
what they say.
What do they say? But like I think there's some truth to it.
I've heard a lot of different stories when it comes to that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But stricker plays a 54S and a 58 or 60S.
It very well could be
And
like.
so- Well, I guess my point is that so that must mean that the S is pretty conducive to that style of hitting.
It's just a
I
for
feel
a
like I'm hitting these
standard
like
player,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Let's put
that's
that.
Custom paint on that.
I gotta get her a new bag, man, because that hand, the grip on this is huge. On her putter.
Yeah.
So I'll get her a new bag.
Which sounds good. You have a super short grip?
Yeah, she switched it up.
2-pointer? Yeah.
Yeah. How do you grip this good, right? I don't even know how you grip it. She asked for it. It was a standard grip, and it's like whatever feels good.
Yeah.
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 No, I don't like it. It's doing the same thing as yours.
Same thing.
It's launching high with not enough spin.
And this is the S.
Yeah.
Had that for a minute.
Like I said, that would be very similar to how yours is doing. It's not sending it out, it's sending it up. See, I hate it. Come here.
Let's do a little test here.
I mean, I got that one, but.
Yeah, I like.
And you can look at these, right, and see. So yours is the red one. See, that just shoots up, right?
Yeah.
And then this does the same thing, the yellow, shooting up. It's not going out.
I wanna
Right?
test you out
So
on
you see this? Come here. This is cool.
Well, let me measure.
So then I'm gonna take off yours and this one and show you the T versus the M. His is the red one. So it's just shooting up in the air.
That's my gamer club.
Yep, so his
That's
average
ridiculous.
launch 39. It's way too high. I want to see that be half a degree ahead. So if it's a 60 degree, I want it to be 30. As close to 30 as possible. It's going to maximize the spin numbers on the course.
And why do you want spin numbers?
So
Yeah.
for control.
For
Spin is control.
Why?
For wedges. Without spin, your distance control will suffer. That's why you're seeing yours be so wide
I
here.
got you. Because there's not
There's
consistent spin.
exactly.
Okay.
So if I take that off and this off, now you can see the green and blue are similar here,
Yeah.
right? Both sending them out. We had one mishit with the green one here.
They also have one.
This guy here kind of slid up, but other than that, now we're seeing very similar numbers, right? With it. Now we look at our launch numbers. So average 34, so we're down 5 degrees from yours. Right? Then the T grind, 34.6, basically the same, right?
Mhm.
Now, we look at our ball speed difference, so you're at 51.9, 52. The M grind's giving you faster ball speeds without going faster here. And your club head speed, it's more solid, right? And that's why you're seeing your carries be a little greater also on it. Who's the ball speed difference? It's the biggest thing. And you can see it's got what, 500 more RPMs of spin average just on those little small shots.
Mhm.
Because spin is also relative to club head speed, too, right? The slower you swing it, the lower the spin's gonna be.
Mhm.
That's why we have to keep our launch low to maximize that amount of spin we have, right?
Mhm.
Now, we got 32, so we got average height the same. You actually swung the T grind faster, but it went shorter on average.
Is 8 down 2
No.
down? That's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Anywhere
It
between 8
feels
and
like I'm
10.
picking it.
Anywhere between 8 and 10.
Feels like I'm
That's good.
picking.
That's what pro players
I
do.
thought it was gonna be almost zeroed out. That's sick. So that means I have good control of the bottom if I'm that far
Yes.
down and it doesn't feel like I'm taking much grass.
Correct. I like the M grind the best.
I do too.
Okay, so let's get rid of these guys. Now this is where we actually take it over and hit some wedge shots.
Let's
With
get
it.
it.
Just pop that back on.
This one is seating.